Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Sandy G. Today it's cool and it's rainy outside, so I thought that this would be the best dish to make. It's very simple, it's quick, and who doesn't love chicken noodle soup? So what we're going to do is we're going to go over our ingredients. We're going to have chicken breast, which I'm going to cut into cubes. We have 2 cups of washed, peeled, and chopped up carrots. We have 2 cups of sliced celery. We have 2 cups of chicken broth. I buy the low sodium. We have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of dried parsley, 4 bay leaves. I have a couple of cloves of garlic. You can always add more. I love tons of garlic. I'm going to chop it up. I have a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then when we finish it off, we have 2 tablespoons of flour that we're going to mix with water. And we're going to make kind of sort of like a backwards roux. We're going to do this at the end instead of the beginning, okay? So we can give our soup a little consistency. And last but not least, we have our egg noodles. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off with putting our 2 cups of chicken broth in the pot. And then I'm going to add 2 more cups of water. And while that's heating up, I'm going to start cutting up my chicken. And I want to cook my chicken first before I start adding all the other ingredients in. Okay, so I've cut up my chicken into little cubes. It was 2 large boneless chicken breasts. You can actually make this with the bone in the chicken breast. Just chop it up. This came out to 4 cups of chicken cubes. And so my chicken broth, 2 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water are already warming up in the pot. So I'm just going to pour in my chicken. Now I had to make a little adjustment to this recipe. I added 3 more cups of water, which total 5 cups of water, because I'm working with 4 cups of cubed chicken breast. All right, so our chicken is done. It looks really, really white, but that's just all the chicken and the broth in there. So what I'm gonna do is I have my coarsely chopped up garlic. I have my carrots and my celery and all my seasonings, and I'm gonna put those in now. Okay, so now I have my chicken with the chicken broth, the water, and the crushed garlic in here. So I have my 2 cups of celery. I have my 2 cups of carrots. I have my 4 bay leaves. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of dry parsley. 1 teaspoon of salt. And mix that up. Again, here you are going to adjust your salt to however salty you like it. I ended up adding 1 more teaspoon of salt. So because I put 4 cups of chicken, I think I'm gonna need a little more water in here because it is a little stiff in there. It's just way too much. So I'm gonna put 3 cups of water. So I went from 2 cups of water to 5. Okay, here we go. And now we're gonna taste it. Make sure it has enough salt. It doesn't have enough salt. So we had 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add another teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes. And then after we let that cook for about 20 minutes, we're going to add our flour mixed with water so we can make it thick. We're adding another spoon of salt. Can you get a look inside this pot to see how pretty all the colors? Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now we're just going to cover this pot up and we're going to let it cook for about 20 minutes. So while our soup is cooking, I have 2 tablespoons of white flour, all-purpose flour in here. And the purpose of this is to make our soup a little creamy. So we're going to put cold water. I have 2 tablespoons and I'm just gonna fill up the cup with cold water. And it's very important that you do it with cold water, because if not, you'll start getting lumps. And you want to mix this up until all of the flour is dissolved. And so you're going to keep stirring until there is no powder left. There are no lumps. And then you can set it to the side. But if you don't use it right away, you're going to have to stir it again because the flour will settle back down to the bottom. So make sure that you stir it well before pouring it into hot water. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so we're back and our soup has been cooking for over 20 minutes now. The broth has gone back to clear and we have all our vegetables in there. So we're going to pour our egg noodles in. Okay, we have our egg noodles in there. And we're going to cook these for about 10 minutes. And then when we come back, we will put our flour mixture in there. So we're gonna cover this up, put the timer on for another 10 minutes so we can cook those egg noodles. And then we'll be back with the flour mixture and then we'll be all done. Be right back. Noodles, look how fat and fluffy they are. And you could leave this soup just the way that it is with a clear broth, but if you want a little consistency to it, you can add your flour with some water. I've had mine sitting here for about a good 15-20 minutes, so you gotta make sure you stir it again because you don't want any lumps. And then we're going to pour that in. And make sure when you pour it in, you stir it right away because you don't want it to get lumpy. And then once you stir that in, you don't have to keep stirring. We're going to let this cook for 10 more minutes. And then I'll show you just how nice and creamy this soup is. And it is making me hungry. Today's a perfect day for it. It's about, 55 degrees out today? And it's raining, so it's pretty chilly. So this is the best thing for us right now. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, so our soup is finally done. You can take the bay leaves out. My kids can't stand that bay leaf. But it's nice and creamy. It is a very hearty soup. It will stick to your belly and it'll make you nice and warm, and it will serve its purpose for this kind of weather that we have here. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, And I will see you next time. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you can be updated on any new content that I post, and post a comment if you have any suggestions. See you later.